Alright guys, so I've had the Redmi K80 Pro here for quite some time now. I bought it directly from China when I was visiting last year. So this device here is pretty interesting because it's actually very affordable. In fact, it's going to be the most affordable Snapdragon 8 Elite powered device. And the good thing is it's going to be coming in rebranded as the POCO F7, either the Pro or the Ultra. Based on what I've read online, it might be the Ultra, but the point here is that this is going to be the most affordable Snapdragon 8 Elite powered device, and I've been using it for the past few days. Actually, not past few days, past few weeks. I must say that the performance is fantastic. The benchmark scores are through the roof. In fact, it's even higher than my OnePlus 13 over here. And that's actually saying a lot because, Redmi, POCO, whatever, they've put in a lot of R&D into making the device perform very well. So instead of looking at my face, let's jump over to the desk where I can share with you a little bit more about this device and tell you why it might be worth waiting for if you haven't bought a flagship device yet in 2025. Let's head over to the desk right away. Alright guys, so now that we are at the desk, let's take a closer look at the K80 Pro. Now it came in this rather nice box, but more importantly, it came with the 120 watt charger. Guys, we are taking a lot of these things for granted these days, and having a 120 watt charger together with the phone itself is fantastic. By the way, the device that I bought here directly from China, it retailed at close to, I think 2.5 or 2.6k ringgit. Now that is for the mid-spec version. That means my device here comes with 512 gigabytes of internal memory. There's a lower spec 256GB version as well, but I just wanted a bit more storage, so I got this model. Anyways, just looking at the design real quick, we have here arguably one of the most premium Redmi or POCO upcoming device that I've ever laid my hands on. We have this dual tone kind of design, which I do like very much because the back panel here, which is the main part where you'll be holding, is actually in this matte material and it feels nice. The top portion is this glossy kind of glass material, but it's actually a single case. It's just that, they use different materials from the top and bottom. Now the sides itself is a very nice blacked out frame, and overall I just feel that, it's a very decent phone to hold in hand. It feels more expensive than most other POCO devices or Redmi devices, and yeah, this is definitely something that you should look forward to. Alright, moving on, let's take a look at the display at the front. Now what we have here is actually a very beautiful looking display. It's very responsive, it's 120Hz, but more importantly, the key point here is that it's a high-res display. So if you just go into your display settings over here, you can actually choose the kind of display resolution that you want. Naturally, I went with the WQHD+. So everything just looks a little bit sharper, and another very important point is that the display gets very bright when you're outdoors, and because the Snapdragon 8 Elite is managing the entire performance, it's not like some phones where, after being used outdoors for some time, it heats up and you can't see the display at all. So that doesn't happen on the Redmi K80 Pro, and overall I just think this is a very good display. Now if I just bring it closer to the camera, you can see that the bezels are, I wouldn't say 100% symmetrical. They're quite symmetrical and not that thick at the sides. It's also a flat display, by the way. I know a lot of you gamers prefer a flat display, and that's what you're going to get over here. So fantastic stuff. Now moving on to the very important thing, and that's basically in terms of the performance. Now if we just slide over to my AnTuTu benchmark scores, let's go over here. You can see that we have here one of the highest scoring devices. So the only phone that so far has been higher than this is the iQOO 13. In fact, the OnePlus 13 that I have here is not even scoring near to this. So just in terms of benchmark scores, I know some of you all like that. The AnTuTu is one of the highest. And if you just tap here, you notice that it says defeated 98% of users. That's a lot, guys. Anyways, this one here is the Geekbench score. Again, just for your own reference sake. But personally, you see that I have my games over here, my Honor of Kings, as well as my Mobile Legends, which I do play on a daily. I must say that the performance on here is just fantastic. Everything has been buttery smooth. It's very, very nice to play on here. And like I said, this is my main gaming phone right now. Naturally, if you are playing more graphic intensive games like Genshin Impact, it will heat up a little bit, but the performance can still maintain very strongly over time. It is, after all, a Snapdragon 8 Elite. Very, very good here. Now, if you're just using the phone on the daily, obviously everything is going to fly. Everything is just so quick and blazing fast, guys. Like, it never slows down at all. And again, this is the kind of chipset that you're seeing on most of the expensive flagships today. Phones that cost double the price of the Redmi K80 Pro, or aka POCO F7 Ultra. So yeah, so just wait for this if you want to get the most value for your money in terms of the performance. Now moving on, let's talk a little bit about the cameras at the back here. Now I don't want to go over the megapixel count, so I'll just put it on your screens. But what I like about this is that the stabilization is actually very good. Now just in terms of the camera, you also have a telephoto lens over here, which actually does quite well. So I'm going to show you a couple of photos that I took. Naturally, we have some pretty nice photos, not just in the day. I noticed that photos here, how should I describe it? It doesn't look as bad as on other POCO devices or on, cheaper Redmi phones. It actually looks quite decent this time around, and I'm very happy to share them on social media. In fact, I noticed that the colors this time was also very accurate, which is again a good thing. One cool thing I noticed is that even at night, it was actually able to brighten a very dark scene, and this is still good enough for sharing on social media. Just check this out. If I zoom in a little bit more, yeah, I mean, obviously you're going to see some noise, but for a very dark scenario right here, you can actually see that a lot of detail has been preserved. This is actually a telephoto shot that was taken at night, and we still have here a decent photo. And in fact, even the video taking is also very nice. So, I'm currently testing out a particular vehicle right now, and I was just using it to, shoot a little bit of it. 4K 60 works really, really nice here. It's so stable with the OIS on board, and I think you are going to enjoy this phone, when it reaches our hands. Alright, last but not least, we have to talk a bit about the battery in here. Now, this is a 6000 mAh unit. My point here, guys, it's a very long-lasting battery. I tried to kill it, but the battery still goes on and on and on. So that's also another really strong factor about the battery life in here. If you're someone who takes a lot of photos, videos, and you game a lot, this battery here just keeps going on. One day, morning to night on a single charge, you'll not have any issues. It's really that strong. And anyway, if you do want to charge it up, you have that 120 watt charger in the box. Let's get it in focus. That is also very, very fast. Alright guys, so that's pretty much what I can sum up with my experience on the Redmi K80 Pro, aka POCO F7 Ultra. Again, guys, the expectation that I had for this phone was actually very high, and I can safely say that, the performance of the phone did match up to my expectations. It's a fantastic device. Performance is just, I just can't believe that we are getting the kind of performance on a phone that costs just this little. And furthermore, the cameras this time is also better than before. Obviously, it's not going to be like a flagship grade camera. It's also not a camera-centric device. The main thing here is all about that performance, and that's what you're going to get on this particular guy. Also, I have to highlight again the battery life that has been phenomenal for me over the past few weeks. It's just fantastic. I think this is one of the best value phones that you can actually get your hands on when it reaches, wherever you are in the world. Hopefully, POCO still keeps their prices reasonable, which is what I have been seeing them do, over all their previous launches. Some of them actually reduced in price, so maybe we can see a reduction in price for this device when it lands. Alright, so that's been it, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's video all the way to the end. I know it's just a very simple video with not a lot of B-rolls. Just hope you guys have a good one. Hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Do take care, stay safe, and bye-bye.